This Q&A video is brought to you by J-Hap Gear. Life's a crusade. Dress appropriately.
Okay, there's some new questions. How many more do we have in there? About 12.
Quite a bit.
A few in there. Alright, Airsofters, welcome to Q&A episode 13. This is the video series where you, the viewers, ask the questions in the comment section down below. And we look at them, see which ones we like the best, and print them off, cut them up, and throw them into our question and ammo box for answering on the, obviously, our video series, which we're doing right now. And did I mention it's episode 13? Yeah, episode 13.
Episode 13.
I've made a whole playlist of all of our Q&A videos if you want to go back and watch any of them. Go ahead and do that, please.
Let's just put this out up front. Best beginner gun is G&G Raider.
G&G. We get like, he says that because every video I get, like every video I probably upload, we get a question in the comments saying, which is the best starter gun? We made a whole video dedicated. We actually know we should make a whole entire video dedicated to like that kind of thing. We'll probably do that in the future. We did.
We should probably just put G&G Raider in the description of all our videos, like best beginner gun.
Yeah. We'll probably make a video on that because like we ask a lot. But anyway, let's get ahead and get started. I'll go first. First question comes to us from I can't pronounce them. Sorry, I can't pronounce these names. Dexocrafter Malloy. What do you think? Dexocrafter?
Yeah, I don't think that's a name. I think it's like a,
yeah.
it's like an, I don't know, code name.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm trying to get into airsoft. I want to get an M4 base guns. Any suggestions? Well,
speaking of which,
G&G Raider, yes.
Yeah.
We always recommend for any beginners or any starters out there looking to get into airsoft, go start with the G&G Raider. There's many numerous options you can go out there. You can go with a Lancer Tactical M4. You can go with KWA. They make the KWA CQR. There's so many options out there, but personally, we would recommend either KWA CQR, maybe an M4 by Lancer Tactical, but on the top of our list, a G&G Raider, which you can get for around $150. And the reason why we suggest them is because they're so durable, and for the price, they're very reliable, and the components and parts are very high quality. So you really get your bang for your buck, and like you said, for beginners, you want to save some money, and you want a gun that performs well. All right, Daniel, you can go ahead and hit the next question.
Okey doke. Stefan Bozio asks, what is the best beginner gun? No, I'm just kidding. What does RWM stand for?
Alright. RWM stands for Renegade
Wolfpack Milsim.
There you go. Renegade Wolfpack Milsim. It was really hard. It was really hard trying to figure out a name because we were going on it, and Nick came up with the idea for Wolfpack Milsim. Well, that's cool. We kind of wanted a team name that was kind of, we're a group of guys and like a Wolfpack. Kind of like that kind of cool twist on it too. But the problem is you can't find any names out there that are already taken. They're just a single word. You can't have we did Outcast, Milsim, or Airsoft. It's all taken. It's all taken. So you have to compound names. Renegade Wolfpack Milsim. It's like a little long, but it's like
it worked.
It works, and we all agreed we liked it and everything. But at the same time, it's kind of like if you ever think about making a team name, odds are if you have one already, you might have a team name that's already been taken by one. And one of our
that'll hurt your chances of becoming popular on YouTube or something like that. If someone else has your name, or someone could get angry at you for stealing your name.
It's something you have to be kind of careful with. But see, I knew you one of these days you were gonna throw that question off the table. I knew it. You can rewind. I'm probably going to cut back to it when I said you're going to throw these questions off the table, and I'm going to cut to that right now, actually. For the longest time, grenade launchers were using the concept of you're going to almost.
It doesn't happen.
It's going to fall off the table one of these days.
It doesn't happen. That was 1 out of what, like 13, 14 minutes?
I don't care. You still threw it out of the table.
Whatever.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, team names. So yeah, we kind of that's one of our priorities was to make a name that hasn't already been taken by some sort of organization or company or team. But anyway, that's what it stands for. Renegade Wolfpack Milsim. Actually, it's not a bad name. We all agreed on. We liked it pretty good. Oh my god, that's a lot of question marks. Ray Rice asks. Yeah, that's a tongue twister. Ray Rice asks.
No way, Ray Rice.
Ray Rice.
Bob.
Why haven't other members of RWM Milsim GC been in videos? Well, question mark. A lot of. You can't probably see that. You can't see it. There's like a lot of 50 question marks. Anyway, there's a very good reason for that. Nick, you probably know him. He's been in a lot of videos. He's actually been in college recently, and he's all the way up in Pensacola, so that's kind of been hard for him to get down.
If you don't know Florida geography, Pensacola is like
very
way up there,
way up north, and we're kind of more middle of the Florida.
Southwest
would
be the term.
Yeah. So it's been hard for him to come by and play. You'll see him coming out a lot more videos we have coming up. We have a couple. Spoiler alert: we got some TAC footage coming up, new field footage coming up with you. We got TAC, we got Joey coming back out.
Joey also is one of the people that has been busy. He's been doing hockey.
He's been doing a lot of hockey up at North. He's been trying to get into some college programs.
Yeah.
Junior hockey, stuff like that.
Let's see.
Exactly
Christian's been
also busy with school.
He's been busy with school
Mainly
and work and stuff like that. He works all week.
School's really been the killer, but everyone's coming back. Don't worry about it. They haven't left or anything like that.
We also have a new member.
We have a new member.
If you remember Joe, he was in one of our Q&As before. He was the guy who didn't know what we were talking about. Well, after a while, he's played with us for a bit, and we decided we'd like him on the team, and so he wanted to join. Yeah, so he's now RWM number 27.
Yep. So, now, let me see here. Alright. So, I guess we can go ahead and answer the next question, but they'll be coming back, don't worry. Alright, is it your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another name like that. Crescenzo? Is it Crescenzo? Like Crescent Roll?
Crescenzo Scott, I believe.
Crescenzo Scott.
Yeah.
Okay. My team and I are planning to start our own YouTube channel, so I was wondering how you guys mount your cameras without helmets and what kind of cameras y'all use. Right. Thanks, keep up the good videos.
Thank you.
Okay, so he specified cameras without helmets. So we do use helmets to mount our cameras,
however,
but it can be done.
It can be done. Now, there's two different cameras that a lot of people mainly use. There's a couple other action cameras, but I really won't go into. The two main ones you will see are GoPros and Contour cameras, okay? They're both very good cameras. Now, for us personally, we personally use Contour cameras, specifically the Roam 2 models. They make a Roam 3 models, but we haven't really had the funds. You did it again!
He doesn't have it. I'm having a bad day.
You're having a really bad day. Anyway, they make the Roam 2 models, and they're currently making the Roam 3 models, which is just it's better, basically. They added some new features to it, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, the big differences between the GoPro and the Contour is the GoPro is more of like a rectangular kind of a shape, whereas the Contour is more like a tube, alright? It's like a cylindrical tube that you can kind of put on the side of your head. You can't really put it on the front of your head. It doesn't really work like that. However, we like them, we feel they work better than GoPros because when you see GoPro footage, you'll see the footage is almost like they're looking down on the top of the gun. And you're seeing a big sight picture, like you're seeing the front of their sights, you're looking down the top of the rail. You don't really get a good perspective of what their gun looks like or, you know, all the action and stuff. At least that's just my opinion. GoPros do work very well, don't get me wrong, but personally for me, I like to see more of the gun. Like when you see in our videos, when you see the GoPro, the Contour, we put them on the side of our heads. And when you look down the sights, it gets a nice streamlined look of the side of the gun, so you can really get a real good view of like what kind of gun you're using.
And also, when we poke our heads out and stuff,
poke your heads
it
around
always
corners,
makes sure that we're unless we poke out
on the other side.
But, that's something we just kind of have to watch
and be careful.
But then also one of the things about the cameras is that they're real small and lightweight compared to the GoPro.
Yes.
Because the GoPro will, like for example, you see my helmet gets all screwed up because of the weight, the extra weight on the side of the helmet. Could you imagine what it would do with the GoPro? It'd be like all over the place on my head.
GoPros, I do believe, are a little heavier, but
quite a bit heavier. I have one.
You do? Okay. I don't really have any, so I don't know the best person to ask on that. But what we do is actually we turn since the Contour cameras can actually have the lens rotate all the way around, like they can do like a 180 degree lens rotate, or maybe it's like 280, I think, 280 lens degree rotation, and we turn them upside down so they hang. The lens hangs about right where your temple would be, or you're just above eye level, which is something you cannot really get with the GoPro. You can like get mounts that kind of come down, but they can only come really down to your forehead. They can't really kind of come down here, but you don't want them in front of your eyes, obviously. But with the Contour, you can get them to come down to about your eye level and it not like get in the way of your vision because it's off to the side. So that way it gets a nice streamlined look with the gun. However, the one thing the GoPro does have over the Contour currently with the models that are out now is the GoPro does have the potential to shoot in higher frames per second with more pixels.
Yeah.
You can shoot in 1080p with 60 frames a second. The Contour's maximum capability at the moment is only 1080p with 30 frames a second, which actually isn't that bad, but if you're going for absolute maximum resolution, you might want the GoPro camera. But personally for us, you know, the benefits of having it like on the side of your head. You get more vision and stuff. It's easier to mount. Things like that. It outweighs that 60 frames per second, in my opinion.
And one of the things about the 60 frame per second is that even if you can get 60 frames per second, most people will not be able to run that on their computer or on YouTube.
It takes up a lot of space, and it's a lot of time to render, and a lot more, you know, it's a lot harder for the computer to process.
And even for people to watch on YouTube, a lot of times a lot of people still watch YouTube in 720.
Because, for me personally, my Wi-Fi sucks. Like, I can't watch videos in like 1080p because it has to buffer like so much. So sometimes, so there's trade-offs for everything. But you know, I'm not bashing the GoPro at all. I think it's actually a really great camera. I just feel, for my personal opinion, I feel for airsoft that the Contour cameras are the better option if you're looking to get an action camera. All right, my turn. Let's see. Bison Farm Railway. What?
Bison? Oh, maybe that's a place.
Maybe it's a place.
Naming it after his railway.
I guess so.
If you have your own railway, that's pretty cool.
Pretty
I love
legit.
trains. They're awesome.
What's the funniest kill you've ever gotten at the DV8 field? Oh, he says, okay, his name is Harrison Bison. You go first. I have to think of mine.
Okay, yeah, just recently, and sadly I didn't get this on camera. But
this one, this one happened in the last game.
Him and a bunch of other guys, we were interrogating a prisoner. Because this was a game where you could take POWs, and so they were interrogating a prisoner, and someone, for whatever reason, lost a knife. Yeah. And the prisoner ended up getting it and killed a whole bunch of my team in the base. He just knife, killed a bunch of people because for whatever reason they didn't have their sidearms with them or anything. So I walked in there and shot him.
So this guy, for some reason, we took him, like you said, we took him prisoner, but someone didn't take his knife off of him. Like, the guy was like, "Why didn't you take his knife from him?" So he takes his little rubber bayonet and he like shanks like 5 of me. I'm like, "I got shanked in the kidney." He's like, "I'm gonna get all you guys." Dan just walks down there with his pistol. He's just like, "Coo coo." The guy's like, "Ow!" He's like, "You're hit." It's so cool. For me personally, I have a couple. One of my funniest ones, like, I actually ran into a base, like, with my bonsai knife. Like, I
have this in one of our montages.
Yeah, we had this in one of our montage videos and stuff, but I had my, I ran out of rifle ammo, and I ran out of pistol ammo, so I was like, alright, let's go to the knife. And I just took my knife, and I just, like, jumped over the wall, and I ran into the base, and there's a guy in there, and I'm like, bonsai! And I run up and stab him, and I got him. We traded kills, but that would probably be my funniest one. That's actually on the footage if you want to go check it out. It's in the montage. I forget which episode it's in.
It's montage 3.
It's montage 3?
It is montage 3.
Yeah, you're right. He's in montage 3. But I also put it in like an actual video too.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think it's like part 13? Maybe. I don't know. I forget. I'm sorry. Okay. We have time for about one more question.
Okay, David Griffith, finally a name that we can pronounce.
Yeah, we can pronounce it.
And do you have any preference for what brand of BBs you use?
BBs we use. Personally, I like Elite Force BBs. Yeah. I use those primarily is what I use. I'm trying out some Vulcans. I really don't know what I think about them yet. They're not bad. For me personally, I like the Elite Force the best.
As far as BBs go, I basically split them into 2 categories, at least for where we play. Is you've got the BBs that you can order online that you buy in bulk and that you know will work.
Yeah.
And then you've got the field BBs that when you're in a pinch or whatever you need to get BBs. The best field BB I think are laser.
Laser ball or whatever they're called?
Yeah, laser ball or laser BB
lazy
or whatever.
balls.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. The laser whatever BBs are really good field BBs as far as if you have to buy in a pinch or whatever. But if you have the time to go buy in bulk, and we usually do, our team usually buys BBs and then we split them up and stuff like that. We like Elite Force BBs. They're very high quality. We get them in biodegradable, and they're very competitively priced compared to like other expensive BBs and stuff. And we usually, which site do we usually order them off of?
Airsoft, GI, or Evic. It really depends who orders from what, but those are the main 2 we order from.
Yeah, and so I'd have to say Elite Force they're accurate and everything else.
Yep.
So
they perform well and they work very good. All right, let's see what's time we have. 1 minute. Yeah, I think it's about. Alright, well I think that'll about wrap it up for the question portion of this Q&A video. It is now time for our Sessionly Instagram shout out. And this week's shout out goes...
Is that a word?
I'm pretty sure Sessionly. Sessionly is a word. I'm going to look that up. Yes. And this shout out goes to Trojan Airsoft USA. He contacted me recently. He's starting up his own website. Gave me some of the details about it. I'm going to read a few if I can find them. I can't really find the details about him right now, but he's basically starting up an airsoft website, and he's trying to bring a whole bunch of different organizations and Instagram pages together, to come to his website and help build the. I think his primary goal is to help kind of build the airsoft community. He's got some. He's going to try to open up like a buy trade kind of a sell thing. So if anyone has any gear or anything they want to sell, stuff like that. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do. Either way, he's trying to get a whole bunch of people together to come and help support the cause, and obviously help grow the big name of airsoft. Because awesome sport. We got to keep
keep the family together.
Absolutely. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please be sure to leave them in the comment section down below if you want to see your question aired in future Q&A videos. And I think that'll about wrap it up. See you guys later.
See ya.